How's it going, everyone? Ryan here, back again, bringing you some more NHL 14 news or info. This time, it's just really my opinion and what I want to expect from an NHL 14 Hockey Ultimate Team. So, we haven't really got any information that I know of for NHL 14 Hockey Ultimate Team, other than basically the achievements. We don't know really anything, so I'm going to give you guys my expectations on what we should be hoping for. So, the main thing I really expect is they need to start using the Versus sliders. Versus has been a good game mode for a long time. Like, it's the one game mode I find that nobody has complaints about. Of course, sometimes you're going to get, like, unlucky and stuff, but you know what? That's the name of the game, and honestly, Versus is a really, really good game mode. There's nothing unfair about it. Like, you get to choose what team you're up against. If they use Pittsburgh, you can use Pittsburgh. You can be the same team. Hut, it's like, that's what makes Hut good in a way, though, too. Like, Versus is just, I'm playing Versus in this video, and it's so even. Like, it's whoever, like, obviously luck's involved, but normally the better player is going to come out on top. And that's how it should be in Hockey Ultimate Team also, but with a bit of a twist, you know? Hockey Ultimate Team is game mode that should also be based on how good your team is. Like, I'm sure most of you guys know in NHL 13 there's a thing that, well, we don't even know if it's a thing. A lot of people assume there's something called ice tilt in the game, and if you guys don't know what that is, it's where if you have a much worse team than the opponent, then you're going to have a higher chance of scoring. They're going to give you like a bit of a boost and, you know, even it out. But my thing is, it shouldn't be even, alright? If they had better search, like, search engines, that wouldn't be a problem, you know? Because if they were able to search it with a team that has, like, an even match star level, you wouldn't need to have Ice Tilt at all, because you'd be facing an even opponent with, and then it'd just come down to skill, really. And that's how it should be, because in this game, like, even if you have a bad team, you could go up against, like, Crosby, Hasek, people with insane teams, and then they complain because they're getting Ice Tilted, and you think you're good because you won, but really, it's not that impressive. Nevertheless, what we should be expecting is Versus sliders in there, because I don't think they're going to screw up on Versus, and I think Versus is going to be a good game mode, but the thing is, when I play Versus, it's like there's no purpose to the game. But when I play Hut, I'm like, alright, I'm gaining pucks, I'm making my team better, and I will play so much Hockey Ultimate Team if they use Versus sliders. It will be incredible, because, like, it's such a good idea, but it's put to such, like, waste when they have bad sliders. Same with GM Connected also needs to have Versus sliders. You know what? Everything should have Versus sliders. You know, why not? It's the best game mode they have, and I'm getting the hiccups now. This is not good. Nevertheless, what else should we be expecting? I'm not too sure about the duration thing. It seemed like it worked okay, but a lot of the people, like, had complaints about it when it first came out. I'm not sure how they're thinking now, but I actually like the idea of duration. In an NHL 12, you could buy a cheap, like, Yakupov. Well, they weren't that cheap, but actually, I went on an NHL 12 the other day, and prices were so low in that game, you could get anyone for cheap. But, nevertheless, I'm expecting duration cards to be back. I don't think they'll just be one and out, and that'll be it. Who knows, they might throw an NHL 14 for Hut, like maybe a Hut leaderboard. I mean, NHL 94 Hut leaderboard. That's very doubtful, but it is a possibility. Now, I'm going to be back in a quick second once these hiccups go away. One sec. Alright, sorry about that, but I am back. So, continuing on with the list, the next thing, which I'm wondering about, is new legends. Will there be new legends in NHL 14? I'm quite sure there will be, but I'm not 100% on that. Don't quote me. There probably will. Nah, you know what? They might drop them all together. They haven't promoted anything with it yet. And you think if there's some big names in there, they'd want to get that out there. Maybe have them promoting the game at like E3 or whatever. Nevertheless, they didn't do that, so I'm not really expecting it. Moving on, an Android app. They really need to get this done, alright? So, this year they had a Hut and GM Connected app. I think there was GM Connected at least for the iPhone, and I can't imagine it's too hard to port it over to make it available on Androids and Blackberries. I have a Galaxy S3, and it sucks because, like, at one point I wanted to get an iPhone just for this. Like, it's so helpful for Hut if you play it a lot, and obviously I didn't. It's not that, you know, it doesn't make your phone better or worse if you have an NHL 13 Hut app. But you know what? I'd really like it, and I don't see how it's gonna be too hard. I'm pretty sure it's not. But moving on, the market. Now, I really like the market. I don't think there's anything they need to change with the market, because they've, you know, this is one thing they've done well. I don't really know how you could screw up on the market, but one thing they gotta do is take the tax off of your sales. It's so stupid. Like, I put out a video on my theory on why they tax it, and I came to the conclusion that it's probably because they want to get Microsoft points out of you, because they want you to spend money on the game. So the less pucks that you have, the more chance you're going to spend Microsoft points. Now, that makes sense to me. I'm not sure if it will for everyone, but as a business, you want people to spend money on your game, and that's how they got to do it. But seriously, that's just, like, people have said this before, but it's like a sponge, right? And you're almost out of water, and they're just squeezing it to get every last drop out. And that's, like, tax on a video game sale inside the game. Like, oh my god. Alright, now, what you can expect from me is a nice Hut series, alright? I've already got some plans for it, and I really wanted to kick one off in this game, but, you know, one thing with me and Hut, I restart the teams so much. Like, I've probably had at least 5 teams in NHL 13, and probably 10 in NHL 12, and I just feel like if I have a solid Hut series, that's something a lot of people enjoy. You know, most of the videos I watch nowadays have something to do with Hut, or, yeah, you know what, mostly it is pretty much just Hut nowadays, or just random commentaries and stuff, but I really want to bring you guys an amazing Hut series, so I'll try and start getting some stuff ready for that. I know NHL 14 is still a long way away, but you should start preparing for it now, because it's going to come faster than you think. And if you are doing YouTube, there's some things you can do right now to, you know, get ready for it. So that's pretty much all I have to say. If you enjoyed the video, as always, the like button's down below. If you could click it, you have no idea how much it means. It actually really does help the channel a lot. Brings in new people, and that just means better content for you guys. So that's pretty much it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.
Unfazed when they say there will always be a day when you throw away the young mind hiding in your brain. But me, I honestly beg to differ. I'm the young and running wild over rocks in the river. Simmer down, order in the court. My vision's God-given, man, Minority Report.